Because this most humble child in this world has a noble background that leads up to God. And God is housed in that child as that child's I amness. That's God. But to tell me that this body comes out of a certain physical line, and that is a great line? Nonsense. So I said to my sister, it doesn't really matter. So I refused the royal invitation, because I do not accept any physical lineage. I will only accept the aristocracy of the spirit and not of the flesh. My sister, my brother-in-law, the Queen, her uncle, all these are all in me. If I can only animate a section of my brain at will, the whole thing will project itself. The same scene would take place now, at this very moment. The day is coming, you will know that brain of yours is infinite. And you will actually be able to animate sections of it and see it objectify itself and have a play. And then you can stop it, and it returns where? Back into you. That's where it is. You will animate another section, it will be projected on the screen of space as something independent of your perception of it. And it will all act as though it's completely independent of you, and it isn't there at all. It's all in you. You stop it, where does it go? It vanishes, it returns to you. That's who you are. You're God. All things are contained within God. And God is your own wonderful human imagination. That is Jesus. And so am I, and so are you. So this is the story that I would try to get over to everyone in the world. I don't care who you are. It doesn't matter where you were born and when you were born and who you are in the eyes of people. It's what you are in your own eyes. You can start this very moment. And if you really want to transcend your present state in this world, you can transcend it, because you're going to dream it. The whole vast world is your dream pushed out. If you didn't know it as a child, learn it now. And my brother Victor, in some strange way, he discovered that a dream comes true if you are faithful to the dream. My father told me that he always practiced it. He never went through grammar school. He couldn't afford the penny a week to go to school. We had no free education, but a penny was a penny, and his father couldn't afford the penny. It was 2 cents. The British penny, a huge big coin. And so he left in what we would call the middle of a grammar school in this world. But my father had the ambition, and he had the capacity to dream. He was well named Joseph Nathaniel. And so he could dream all right. And he dreamed his family into being, brought 10 children into being, a lovely wife, and raised the 10 and gave each financial independence when he died. And today, I couldn't tell you what they're worth. I do know that I don't think you could come and buy them out for multiple millions. And he didn't have the nickel when he started. But he had a dream. And Victor had a dream, and they dreamed. And today they're still dreaming, trying to convince the new generation who've gone to school. They all came up with their college degrees now, so they can't dream. Everything is something entirely different. If the book doesn't say so, well then it isn't so. So what the new generation will do, I do not know. Our generation enjoyed it fully. Now we're going to give it to the next generation. But now they're all educated. All of them who are now in the business, filling this position and that position and the other position, they have all the little IBM machines, and they punch this and punch that, and they give you all the things based upon our technology today. My father could look over the machine and see a list that long of numbers and give you the sum. Just look at it, and in 1 second he'll give you the sum. Push all the buttons and try to disprove it. It was what he saw. Didn't go to school? Just a little bit. And so Vic, because of lack of funds, he didn't go to, he went 1 year of college. And we couldn't afford to keep him there. So we brought him back. But he knew how to dream. So what do you think of Jesus? Jesus, the only God. and so am I, and so are you. You're not less than God, because God laid himself down within you to sleep. And as he slept, he dreamed the dream. You know what he's dreaming? He is dreaming that he's you. And when he wakes, he is you. And you are God. And when you're completely awake, you'll return to the garment that you laid down when you entered the shadow world. So you entered the shadow world and completely forgot the being that you were prior to your entrance into the shadow world. One day you'll awake from it, and you're back in this glorious being that you are, beyond the wildest dream of men. I'm telling you from my own experience, I would not encourage you with a lie. I do not have to. I'm not here to make you feel good for a moment and then let you down. I'm telling you that if you'll believe me, that you are the dreamer, and you have dreamt everything into this world that is happening to you, and you will continue to dream it. You can start tonight if you know exactly what you want. May I tell you, get something noble, something big that sort of fires you. See it clearly in your mind's eye and ask yourself a simple question. What would the feeling be like if it were true? What would I feel like? And then as you feel it, do it.